You just saw the San Antonio Spurs, who knew going in, because of what had happened this afternoon with the games, that they were knocked out of playoff contention, which ends a streak of 22 straight years of making the playoffs in the NBA. And here was Greg Popovich after the game. We'll see if he did get around to answering the question, and if he did, talk about that outstanding run of success. And you could just tell, even though he's got the mask, then you could finally see that he was smiling when you saw his eyes. But 22 years and 5 titles, Shaq, of excellence in San Antonio.
Yes, I've had many great battles with him. No doubt, Hall of Fame coach, excellent coach. Has always had the ability to coach talent and really coach non-talent. How many times have we seen people that we've never heard of become emerging good NBA players? And he didn't have a lot of talent, but as you still see, his guys still played hard. One of the only coaches also that get his guys to play with discipline. See, a lot of coaches now who can't really control their guys. He's always had control on his guys, and it's a shame that his streak is coming to an end, but this is a league full of talent. He don't really have a lot of talented players, but his guys played hard, and it happens.
Slightly changed the way you said that in this regard. I think that what Pop is able to do is find your talent. Everyone, you're in the NBA, you have a talent. And he's able to find it and utilize it to the maximum. And, where a lot of coaches say, me and Charles always talk about that time when we're in the airport and I ran into one of the scouts for the Chicago Bulls, and it was a long time ago, about Tyson Chandler. And he's like, we traded him because, all he does is rebound and block shots. It's like, well, what else you want your power forward to do? So that to me is, with Pop. He understands those guys, and he says, well, I can get this out of him and get it now, especially if I put him with him here. And I think that's what it is. And his superstar players, he gives them the idea that you have to be coachable. Like some superstar guys, they're so good that they're not always a joy to coach. And he is.
I think the main thing he does is he holds everybody accountable with his stars. So what that does is has a trickle-down effect. He made Bruce Bowen a hell of a player. He made Danny Green a hell of a player. Patty Mills, guys like that. Because you've heard Tim Duncan, Parker, Ginobili talk about it. He don't give us no breaks. He's hard on us. And if you're hard on your superstar and coach him, you can yell at those other guys. So he made all those other guys like, hey, if I can yell at the greatest power forward ever and 2 future Hall of Famers, Ginobili and Parker, and then I got the great Kawhi Leonard, the rest of you Jags better play. Jags, just a guy.
And the partnership with R.C. Buford and the moves they've made, and a lot of times drafting very late, if at all, and still finding guys who would fit the Spurs system.
Listen, to get Parker, who's a Hall of Famer, Ginobili, who's a Hall of Famer, moved up in the draft to get Kawhi Leonard. Nobody thought Kawhi Leonard was going to be one of the 3 or 4 best basketball players in the world. The Spurs went up to get him, and nobody talks about that trade. That got him 2 more championships, getting Kawhi Leonard.
Let's hear some more from Greg Popovich. So they went 5-3 in the bubble, and up until shortly before tip-off today, we're still in the hunt for a spot in that 8-9 game. But because the Grizzlies and Suns both won, that knocked San Antonio out.